What up, what up? Welcome back, guys. Walter Learns How to Code here. Coming back to you with another live coding day. You can see here, we're going to have to build this form for the certification project. And, yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. And then I was taking a look up ahead. It looks like we're going to do this accessibility stuff. And, pretty much once that's complete, we're going to be done with HTML review and off screen the computer stuff. And then we're going to do CSS, and I'm going to start mixing in some of that Python just because I want to be able to do that as well, which is going to be down here. So yeah. All right, guys. So let's get into it. We're going to build this survey form. Okay. I'm just looking over what we need. Okay. So you should have an H1 title element with an idea title. Okay. I'm assuming it's going to be here. ID title. You should have a short explanation in the P element, with the idea of description. Okay. Description. All right. All right. We're doing that. And then you should have a form element. Form. Okay. With an ID equals to survey dash form. Inside the element, you should have the required input. Inside a form element, you should have the required input field name. Oh man, I'm blanking on this now. How's it supposed to look again? Your title should not be empty. Title. You should have a. I am so lost now. It's saying give it the ID of title, which I did. You should have a P element with an ID description, which I did. Oh, okay. Description, you should have an ID. I think these are just closed brackets. Input. Should have an input element with an ID equals name type equals text Okay, we're pretty much gonna do the same thing for required. Okay. Then you should have an input of ID equals email. Type is going to equal email as well. And then are we going to make this required? Your email should require input. Okay. Required. All right. Okay, and then we're gonna have to do the same thing for the phone number. Oh, and I forgot to mention the reason why I don't have the camera on. OBS isn't allowing it for whatever reason. I have it hooked up. I can see it, but it just doesn't show on the thing. So that's why I don't have the camera on right now. Otherwise, my beautiful face would be on there. Okay. Done with that. Okay. And then your number should have a min value. I'm just gonna put 3. 3 max equals 42. I don't know, just random. You should have a label. ID equals number a label ID equals email, and then lastly we are going to create the label for this. Label ID equals this number. No. Oh. Well, this will have its own. I can type label form input label. Okay. Maybe because this of email label. Maybe if I type a name, I guess name, email, and number. No, that doesn't work either. You should have a label element with an ID. Maybe the label has to go before that. I am sort of drawing a blank right now. Let's draw this. label. Oh, it really does just want to. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so that clears pretty much all of this now. So we're gonna be on part. Oh, we're sort of like more than halfway done. I thought this was gonna take longer. Your name should have a placeholder. Name. Place holder. Oh, whoops. A name. Okay. Put that in the input. Placeholder. Goes email. And then this one is gonna have same thing as well. Place holder equals number. All right, cool. So you should have a select field with an ID of drop down. Select ID equals drop down. Okay. Should be just the descendant. At least two selectable items. I don't know what that means. Your drop down should have at least two. How do I know that? How do I create that? I sort of forgot. All your radio buttons. Where is it pulling the radio buttons now? Oh, I am just lost. Let's save the code. Let's go ahead and get help. Get a hint. Let's see what other guys have done. 22, 2029, 22. I want to look at least from 2025. Huh. Most viewed, latest post. 6 days ago. Let's do this one. And put select ID drop down. Oh. It says the radio elements are missing in values and I don't have two items in their group. I spent the entire day, but I can't see what's wrong. Well, first of all, value is empty. But take this. Option 2. Alright. 2 selectable items. All your radio buttons should have a value attribute. Move this over, it's bugging me. right, that cleared it. Okay. All your buttons should have a value attribute. Value 2. Value equals 2. Let's just say value equals 1. That work? Yeah, that did work. Every radio button group should have at least 2 radio buttons. What? I'm not quite sure what I'm building though. I mean, I'm pretty much at the last section here, but every radio button group should have at least 2. Okay. You should have at least 2 input elements with a type of checkbox. Input type equals checkbox. I don't know what I'm doing though. Survey form. Yeah. Okay, checkbox. I don't know. Name or ID equals, I don't know, age. I really don't know what we're building. That's the issue here. Color. But whatever. We're just putting stuff just to put stuff. So we're just going to do that. Bam. Every group should have at least 2 radio buttons. Do I just copy paste this? I'm a little confused, but 3, 4, 4, 3, C, and D. Every group should have at least 2 radio buttons. Value equals color. Color. All right. So this is the only one that I'm having issues with, and I'm just drawing a blank. You should have a text area that is descendant. Okay. Input type text area. Okay. You should have an input button button you should have an input or a button element with an ID equals submit. I could just be messing this up completely. Type of submit. You should have at least one text area. Okay. Your submit should have a type equals to submit. You should have an input. Submit. I'm going to just change this to a button. And submit. Okay. There's that. That should clear that at least. Okay. Text form. Text area. ID equals comments. Name equals comments. No. Every radio should have two buttons to refer to this. I don't think that's correct. But I mean, I could be wrong too. Area. Comments. Is that it? Alright, cool. So that did solve it. Now we just gotta figure out what this means. Every radio button group has to have should have at least 2 radio buttons. I have 4. Wait. Alright. Okay. I think I see it now. IDs I gave these as drop downs. So. Okay. Watch. Oh, no. Whoa. I'm gonna have to space these out. It's sort of hard to read. Input color, radio, checkbox. I don't know what's missing, to be honest with you. Input type, radio, value 3, value 4. I don't know. Let me just change this to 5. 5. Or no? Okay. You have 2 radio buttons. What's missing in the groups? You may find the hint here. I guess we'll click on that. Action. I still don't understand. It looks like I'm missing an action element. Form. Maybe I need to put a label for it. Input type, okay. So we're going to put input type. That is going to be the correct, okay. Do I have to wrap both of those into? Alright, we're going to try this. It looks like we need to put a label here. Okay. And then create the closing tag here. And then from this, it looks like should be it. I don't know. No. I am more lost. But for the radio button, I don't know. ID equals sex. 4. It shouldn't be an ID. It should be 4. No. I am truly at a loss right now. Type. Okay. We type radio ID email. I just want to see if this works. At this point, I don't know why it's not working. You should have at least every radio button group should have at least 2 radio buttons. Is it because I can select multiple? No. I don't know. I am just gonna put that onto mine. I don't know if that's even needed, but no, that's not it. No, this doesn't help. That one didn't help. Let's see here. Let's see how they did it. Value label for no. Checkbox. Okay. Then here's the radio. Value. Oh. Let's see here. Label for no. You're missing the group part though. By giving them the same name. Oh. And this one. F. No, that's not working either. What the fuck, man? I don't know what's going on. Okay. Label, yes. Well, I'm gonna take this because I don't know what I'm looking at, to be honest with you. Label, input, label, input. No, okay. I am just more confused now. guess. I don't know. No. I don't know what am I doing wrong? You're missing part of the group. What the fuck is this? I have no clue what I'm reading now. Every radio button should have at least two. Okay, so 1, 2. Let's just put yes for both of these. No. Okay. I don't like it's in the same line. I don't know what I'm looking at right now. Syntax looks right. It's not throwing a code for syntax. No. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. You're missing part of the group, though. Okay. We fixed the syntax error. Have the written. The radio buttons you have written the name, same name value. Same name value. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm looking at now. I'm just as confused. Okay. Seems like 38 is. Everybody's having that issue with 38. Right here. Whoa, hold on. We're not looking at that one. That one looks. I tried it. I'm missing. Oh, everybody's running to the same issues. The name value is not the same. Check your spelling. Let's take this. I just want to see why this differs. Label. Well, one, seeing that. Okay, there's that error. And then I saw another portion of it that looked incorrect to me. That should work. No. Version 1. Version 2. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, they should have the same name. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at now at this point. Like, I don't know why both of them are not working. And then question. No. Name is question. 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 Alright. Two. One. Oh. No. I don't know what the fuck it's asking for. I don't know. Let's Google this. How to group radio buttons. Radio buttons in HTML. No. Oh no, please no. Same attribute name. let's. I just want to see if this works. Okay, because the type is gonna be radio. ID is age 1, age 2, same value. Value is different. For age 2. Okay. Age 1. Okay. I feel like this is the same that we did to the. I don't know. I am at a hard stuck right now. I don't know where I went wrong with this. Because now I'm just trying to get this thing to pass, but. Okay. Type input radio, age 1. Okay. That. Input. This is a closed bracket. Okay. Type radio. So I do see the radio here. And it only selects one or the other. Okay, fine. So that is correct. I don't know. Maybe I should just put this thing in a. Every radio button should have at least 2. I'm going to make a third. I don't know if that helps, but at this point, I just want to get it over with. 90. Age 3. 90. No. Everything is good except for that. So I don't know what is wrong. Input type radio. Okay, value. Okay. Yeah, I'm calling bullshit now. Don't know. It's not grouping it for whatever fucking reason. Maybe I'm not reading this. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. From what I've seen on the examples, at least. Well, it looks the same to me. Okay. Okay. For age 1. Label has a closing. Everything has a closing bracket. A radio. Okay. I can't figure it out. Radio is spelled correctly. Radio. Age, I really can't. I don't know. Is it spelled incorrectly? I don't know, man. This looks wrong to me. Failed. Every button should have at least 2 groups. I don't know. This one's good. I don't know. Oh, dude, this is build a survey form. Alright, well, that's your issue there, but ID. How do I submit to this? I'm so confused now. Because I am more confused than anything. Like if I did that. Maybe I just need to refresh. Let's save our code. Refresh. I don't know. Why does it log me out? Oh my god, dude. Let me off screen this. What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, guys. Hopefully, let me try and get this webcam thing to work now. Hopefully it should work at this point. We are gonna be going. Sorry. Kids were using the computer. And so there's like stuff or whatever on here. Alright, cool. So I'm looking good as always. Alright. So where did my webcam go? Okay, here we go. Alright, you guys see me now. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Alright. If you guys all remember the last time we were here. Well, actually, this has been a few days later, and after contemplating life, not actually, but like, you know, getting this, which one was it? This one, number 38. I was able to figure it out, and we already had the solution in there, but this guy pointed out to me that I had an extra line of code, and it was throwing off my thing. And when I saw it, I was fighting with this for 3 days. As you can see here, today was my first time really logging in, and I saw this, and I was like, yeah. All of a sudden, now it works. So that was hilarious. You guys know that feeling. So, that being said, I was so frustrated that I ended up completing the computer basics portion of it, and so we're gonna move into the accessibility stuff now. I just wanted to point that out because that was funny. That was one of those I really had to think about, why is it going this crazy? But yeah, I am going to leave it at the end of this video now. And yeah, so we did do it correctly. It's just we had an extra input in there, and it was looking at this input rather than the actual input. And yeah, that was great. But yeah, anyways, guys, you guys like this kind of content, the frustration, feel free to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one.